realize I don't have enough time to, like, explain everything in detail, so the things I was saying didn't make much sense because it was kind of rushed. I'm just, like, kind of, like, making this presentable because I'm, like, filming in the bathroom. So let me just, like, I don't even know where to set my phone. We don't really have a stand in here. I don't know. Hold on. My dad's knocking on the window. I have to go out. And then I'll tell the story, but he needs me right now. So yeah, so hold on. Yeah? Where is it? Oh, it's right here. When a Buffalo radio DJ prank called you, claiming to be David Koch, and you sounded like you were about one question away. Yeah. I had to get his cap, it dropped. Anyways, and I gotta get him one of these. But, so basically the story time is about our school secretary, which is what the title says, obviously. So, yeah, it's basically the school secretary being extremely ableist. So let me give my dad this because he wants a snack. So I'm going to give him it, and then I will continue my story time. Okay, we're good. So, starting on the story time. When I was in middle school, a lot of the teachers, a lot of the educators were extremely toxic and ableist. So, saying that, we had a school secretary, also hello, who was a complete B word. I don't really want to swear on YouTube because I always get demonetized and people report my videos and they get taken down. So I'm not going to swear a lot. But this school secretary was a piece of work, if you will. She was extremely ableist, very, very, selective towards the people she liked. So she only liked the skinny blonde girls who, even if they failed everything, she liked the popular skinny blonde girls. Brunettes? Heck no, she hated all brunettes, including me. So, yeah, so this one day, my teacher sent me to the office, not because I was being bad, but because I was in a panic attack, and she said, hey, Romelia, I want Ego to take a break. This was only really one of my good teachers. She was she's a decent teacher. So she said, hey, Romelia, I see you're kind of stressing out. You want to go down to the office, take a breather, sit in the comfort chair, whatever. It was just like what do you call it, a fabric chair, I guess. So it wasn't like one of those, like, plastic ones. So she was like, hey, go sit in that chair. If you want, you can call your family to take you, because I see you're getting really, really stressed out, and I don't want you overstressing. I do have a learning disability, so certain things are challenging for me. It's not necessarily that I don't know what they're teaching me, it's just more steps or more confusing things cause more stress. So yeah, I was having trouble in that class. I think it was a science class, and we were learning different formulas mixed together and different genes and stuff. So it wasn't easy. It was like she was talking about different genes being mixed together and what gene it would create, which was not easy at all. I don't know why they're teaching freaking 7th graders this, or 8th graders. Anyways, so she sent me down to the office. I sat there. The office lady rudely looked at me, and she was like, what do you want? And I'm like, my teacher told me to come sit in here because I'm having a panic attack. She's like, oh, okay. Rolled her eyes at me and started typing on her computer, like, entering whatever she wants to enter. And I was, like, sitting there, still, like, hyperventilating, and she rolled her eyes, and she's like, oh my gosh, can you just go back to your classroom? I said, what? She said, go back to your classroom. I said, I can't. I'm having a panic attack. I cannot safely go back to the classroom and have me and have other people be safe. She's like, what are you saying? I'm saying I'm having a panic attack. I cannot go back to the classroom for my safety. She said, are you threatening people? Are you threatening to kill everyone in there? I said, what, lady? I said, how am I threatening to kill people? Are you kidding me? And she was like, well, you're in a panic attack and you're saying, you don't want to go in there for other people's safety and your safety. So are you planning on killing everyone? I said, no, I'm not planning to kill anyone. All I'm saying is I cannot safely go in there for the safety of other people and me, because I don't know if I'm going to be having a panic attack, what's going to happen to me or the people around me. I don't know if it's going to affect other people, trigger them. I didn't say this, but I was like, that's kind of where I was going with it. I didn't want to trigger other people. I didn't want to stress out other people, which is why I'm here. So, long story short, after a misunderstanding, she called the cops on me. Yeah, you called the cops on a child. Good job, lady. So she called the cops on me. Cop came over. He was already in the school. He's like a cop that kind of patrols the area around the school because we have school shootings. So he came in. He was super kind, started talking to me. He's like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? I heard from the lady you're trying to kill people. I'm like, I'm not trying to kill people. He's like, okay, what happened? Please explain it to me so I can help you to my best of ability. I said, this lady started assuming I'm going to kill people. I'm in a panic attack. I can't calm down. I'm hyperventilating. She made it 10 times worse. Typically, I have my service dog, but at the time, that school did not allow my service dog. So I was, telling him all this. And he's like, okay, that's definitely not okay. I'm going to have to go talk with her. She should not be treating you that way. I think this is the same cop who also gave me, a $500, certificate to go shopping for Christmas. It's like an organization they do, but he's a super nice cop. So he went in and explained to her. Ever since then, she's never liked me. So, there was a similar instance technically last year. So, in my first trimester of high school, I'm a sophomore now, but when I was a freshman, my first semester, I was in this fitness walking class, So we went for a walk, and every year at least, they take you a Wesco, once in the trimester, if that makes any sense. I don't know, they take you a gas station so you could buy whatever you want. It's a fitness walking, and it's 3 miles away. So they took us to a Wesco. I brought some money. I bought my brother some Gatorade just to be nice, and I was going to bring it to him. So the high school and the middle school are connected. The middle school is the one with the mean secretary. So I thought I wouldn't have to worry about her anymore because I'm not in the middle school anymore. Well, my brother goes to the middle school. So I got him his Gatorade, and I was trying to bring it to his class, but I went in to go see if the secretary could tell me what his class was because I did not know. And I walked in, she immediately rolled her eyes and was like, ugh. And then she looked down at Dixie and she was like, gave me a really disgusting look. Oh, you have a dog now. Yeah, my service dog. Anyways, so, I asked what class my brother had, and she was like, I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want you disrupting the class or doing something else. I said, what? I have a Gatorade here for him. I was gonna hand it to him, because at this time I thought he was at least on his, lunch hour, maybe in, the end of his class, around the time that I got there. And she was like, well, you can just leave it there, which was just an open table, open to everyone. Anyone could have took it. And I was like, are you sure nobody's going to take it? And she's like, yeah, I'm right here watching it. Well, I don't think my brother actually got the Gatorade ever. So, $3 wasted for a random kid I didn't even know who probably picked it up. So, yeah, never doing that again. But, yeah, this lady's, totally crazy. And there was this another story, and I'm trying to remember it. But I can't remember it quite well. I don't know, sometimes she's nice, but most of the time she's just a bitch. I'm sorry for my language, she just is. There was this other lady in here who's, I think she got fired because she was extremely, ableist, if you will. So, she called an autistic kid, mind my language, she called her a retard. This kid had a learning disability, and I'll just take this coupon thingy-majig and pretend this is a book. It's a Cat in a Hat book. So this girl is in the same grade as me, but she has a learning disability, and she has autism. She can't properly, learn things. So she has a mentor. Well, her original mentor, nicest person in the world. But she had to take a day off because this mentor was at the hospital now. So they got a substitute. This same substitute, when I was in the middle school, so I didn't have Dixie, she said to me before that she does not like German Shepherds, and if Dixie ever came to school and approached her, she said she would kick Dixie and try to kill Dixie and then call the cops. I said, it's a felony to kill a service animal, and if you called the cops, they just take you right to jail, and you'd have like a $5,000 fine. She's like, oh, I don't care. I got bit by a German Shepherd. I'm not going to risk it. I'm fine with pit bulls. I'm fine with Rottweilers. I'm fine with Labs and Golden Retrievers. But German Shepherds I can't do. I'm not ever going to go around a German Shepherd. Well, obviously, I didn't have Dixie there, so I can't, I reported her, but, on the same note, I can't really do much because she didn't actually do anything to Dixie, but she did threaten. Anyways, so this same girl, I was in, the counselor's area doing my homework because I needed some, free space to do my homework because everyone was, cluttering around and make me feel claustrophobic. Anyways, I went into this room, and there's, a huge table inside of a room, and I was sitting there, then they came in. She seemed super nice to this girl first. So they were starting to read a Cat in the Hat book, which, as you guys know, is a pretty simple book to some people who are good at reading, but, people with disabilities, it can be challenging for them. So they were reading the book, and she was reading through it, and this autistic girl got stuck on the word cat and car. And this substitute, I wanted to kill her. This substitute said, cat, C-A-T, car, C-A-R. C-A-R, yeah. I'm sorry, I just, second-guessed myself. I thought I said that wrong. And she was like, are you retarded? Do you know how to spell that? Read it. And she was, pushing into her with her elbow. I was like, read it, you retard. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are you calling an autistic kid who has trouble, a learning disability, why are you calling her this? Are you kidding me? And I didn't say anything because she's a fucking bitch and she would have got me suspended if I actually said something. But after the fact, Ava, I just said her name, I'm sorry. The autistic kid, she started crying and having a panic attack because obviously that's scary. So after the day ended, if you will, because it was our last hour, after it ended, the lady left her in the room, the bell rang, and I said, hey, it's okay, and I hugged her, I gave her a hug, and I said, hey, don't listen to her, you are not the R word, you're very smart and very beautiful, I said, have a good day, I have to go to my buses, but, don't listen to her, and I gave her a hug, and she felt better, but, just for that, that school lost my respect. And the principal of that school, he's super nice, but the teachers and the staff suck ass. What do you call it? The vice principal, she is a bitch. She's just so salty. She likes Dixie, but she's just salty. Yeah, she's also the type of girl who, favors the popular skinny blonde girls. She doesn't like brunettes that much. And she's kind of sexist to boys. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I was being tested for autism, but it didn't really come back clear. They were in between, I do have it, and I don't really have it, but I have a high chance of getting it, or having it, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm not the one to say it many places, but it's kind of like a black person saying the N-word. They kind of have a right to it, kind of like a disabled person has the right to the R word, is what other people told me. So as a disabled person who is commonly called that on a daily basis, I feel I have a right to say it, but I don't use it as an insult. I use it more as an educational term. My grandma does not like anyone using it because her sister was mentally retarded, which is what, back in the day when she was diagnosed, the doctors called it mentally retarded instead of mentally ill. Her sister had Down syndrome. So back in the day, that's what they called it. So more as an educational term, not really an insult. I am guilty of using it as an insult when I get extremely mad, but I try my best not to use it as an insult because it's not a good word. It's not. It's worse than calling someone the N-word for sure. I don't know. I would never call someone that on like purpose unless I'm in a full-on rage and I say it on accident, you know. I had another story about the secretary, but I totally blanked out on what it was. But yeah, like this school is. Oh, yeah. Okay, this one is actually the important part. I don't know why I forgot it, but I did. So this school secretary. So, I was playing Capture the Flags, right? I had on file that I have. Oh, yeah. A lot of people like to use the N-word as an insult, too. Sorry, I'm just washing this out because it kind of tastes weird. It kind of tastes like plastic just inside this. I use these. I get them from Dollar Tree with Gatorade inside. But I wash out the Gatorade and use this as like a water bottle because it's like a twist top. So you can like squirt it and stuff, which is pretty convenient. Me and my brother used to play with them. I'm going to fill it up real quick. I'm like, the refrigerator's right here. So I'll like stand right here and fill it up. But, yeah. So, I had on file that I had a disability, obviously. I have dislocating knees. So they had it on file, don't put Romelia in gym class. If you do put her in gym class, which it was required at the time, so I had to go, they said if you do put her in gym class, do not make her run. That was from my doctor. That's my doctor's note that said that, is I cannot be running. I can't make any sharp twists or turns. I need to basically just do walking exercises or like push-ups, sit-ups, that type of thing. But they said I can't do any like intense sports like football or basketball or anything like that. So that was in my file. We knew it was on school file because another really kind staff member later looked it up because she was a counselor. And they for sure had it on file. They just lied about it. So my gym teacher made me run. Yeah. We were playing Capture the Flag, and it was the last flag. Our team was about to win. I went to go get it. I captured the flag. My dumbass started running because I forgot I had disabilities for a second. Fun. I started running, and right when I got over the boundary to where we won, we did win, by the way, and that was my only bragging. I'm like, at least I took one for the team. We won, yay. I don't know why a middle school game was more important than my health, but apparently it was to me. And no one was proud of me for winning because I'm not a popular kid. They weren't proud of me for winning. They just were, like, freaked out. But I was running across the center line to our team, and, well, my knee dislocated right when I hit the line. So, yeah. I skidded across the floor. I got, like, muscle ligament tearing or something because it was so extreme because I was running and I skidded with my knee dislocated. So my knee cap was, like, skidding on the floor, like, ripping ligaments and stuff or something. So, yeah. That happened. They called the hospital. I got picked up by an ambulance. I got took to the hospital, got my knee popped back in. They put me under, if you want to call it that. They put me on anesthesia, so I wouldn't, like, feel it that much. I still felt it, but, you know. Just kind of gave me some laughing gas. I think that's what it's called, silly gas. They use it in dentist's office. They used it on me, popped it back in. The principal rode in the ambulance with me and was comforting me, and I told them the whole time there, this is why I need my service dog. This is why you guys should have me get my service dog. They didn't let Dixie in anyway, so it didn't really matter what I was saying, but he was super kind regardless. And sorry, I'm like super thirsty and my stomach hurts super bad, so I'm trying to fill it up with water because I haven't ate anything today and my stomach hurts super bad. Yeah, it does hurt super bad. Anyways, I rode with the principal. How am I like levitating my hand like this? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, he rode in the ambulance with me, which I said like 10 times already. Went in, he was there with me. My dad started screaming at him. That's not an exaggeration. My dad was literally yelling at him saying, how could you put my daughter in gym class? You know she has dislocating knees. You know we can sue you for this. You literally had it on file. You literally knew. And my principal didn't do anything wrong. Like, he is the sweetest thing. He says hi to me whenever I go up to the middle school to see my brother, pick up my brother. He'll say hi. He'll compliment Dixie, you know, because we're in the high school now, but they're connected, so I can go through whenever I want. But, you know, he's still super nice, so obviously it wasn't his fault. But guess what? The next time I went to school, which is the time when that lady started threatening that she's going to shoot and kill Dixie and call the cops on me, I had a brace on, and my dad came to pick me up because I was in a panic attack. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to breathe. I was in a panic attack, so my dad came to pick me up, and I had like this brace on, a like cast brace, so I couldn't really bend my knee, and it kept on slipping down because it didn't properly fit me, because it wasn't made to fit me. It was what hospitals give their patients. I actually have it in the closet right here if you guys want to see it. But it's just something the hospital gives you temporarily to kind of, you know, stable your knee and stuff. I had that. My dad came to pick me up. He filled out, you have like a timesheet when the parent picks you up and what time you're leaving, all that. You guys, I don't know if you guys have that. He filled out that, and this lady who threatened to kill Dixie literally said to my face, not to my face, I was outside the room, and she said to my dad, "Why does that girl even have a brace on? She's obviously faking it." My dad, being the loving father he is, cussed her out, walked out, and said, "You are so ableist." He didn't say she's ableist, but, you know, he, like, kind of said it. I don't know. Anyways, he was like, "How can you sit there and judge my daughter without even knowing who she is, saying she's not disabled? How? Just how?" Well, this lady later got fired, probably because she got caught in 8th grade as well, because when she started calling that girl the R slur and everything, she got caught with another autistic kid. This time it was a boy, and she was calling him the same thing because he was looking for a book, and she was a mentor with him, and he was looking for a book, and tried reading the title and spelled it, like, not spelled it wrong. He said it wrong, and she started calling him the R slur and worthless and blah, 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 blah. Well, the librarian heard her because she was literally right there, and I think she got reported, and we've never seen her again for, like, a year, almost going on 2 years now, so that's good at least. But yeah, anyways, back to the secretary. So, after my knee dislocated, we were thinking about suing, but we just didn't really want to go through that, so we didn't. But this secretary took off on my file, apparently, because my dad said that they had it on file that I was disabled, and they look back on it, and they're like, "There's nothing here." He's like, "What do you mean there's nothing there? The doctor literally wrote a note, transferred it to you, and you had it in your system," which we later found out they did, but they lied about it so they wouldn't get sued. They lied and said, "Your daughter doesn't have a disability. We don't have it on here. And if she does have a disability, we would have had it on here. Your daughter's not disabled. She just had a freak accident. She's faking it." They literally said I'm faking it. Are you kidding? How am I faking having a disability when you saw me go into the ambulance? How? Anyways, that's my story on my toxic middle school. I don't like it. My brother's in it, and they discriminate against my brother. I was a really good student, so I'm glad it wasn't the other way around, because my brother's kind of a trouble student. I'm a good student, so they kind of gave my brother a couple chances at the start. Now they don't really do it anymore because he's kind of a brat. But, yeah, some of these same people still discriminate against my brother, calling him racial slurs. He looks more white than me, but some of them are just extremely racist. There's some kids in the school that are of color that are racist to him. He's a native mixed white, so when you're mixed with a different color when you're white, you get a lot of hate for it. Don't know why, but yeah, I'm native white, so I don't know, I'm like more white right here, but I'm more native right here. I don't know how to explain it. I'm like a mix, basically, and I get picked on a lot for it, because I'm basically just called a mutt or a mixed breed, or whatever, it's just like a slur for it. Anyways, yeah. Hold on. My dad came in, so I didn't want to like go on live around him because he doesn't like being recorded. So, anyways, oop. Yeah, I don't know why. I think when they try to hire people like that, they don't actually look at who they are. They just hire them because even my school says they're desperate for employees. So I don't think they actually look for who they hire. I think they just hire whoever they want. Anyways, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go eat something because I'm starving. But yeah, I just want to tell that story because I find it pretty ridiculous that people openly treat other people like that. I'm glad that the school I'm in now, which is just the high school, so it's connected still, but the principal there is a lot more accommodating. Even the middle school, they lied to me about contacting the I don't know. They said they had to contact the community center or something, asking if it was okay to have a service dog in the school, which they literally had it on print, and I printed it off, and they looked shocked when I did, because they're like, they didn't expect me to go that far to like dig into research, but I was researching, and in their like school book, it literally said that service animals are required, but they didn't listen, so sucks for them, but my high school not my high school teacher, my high school principal actually did the research. He contacted, got it all set up. He did everything he could to accommodate me and Dixie. He set up bus rides. He set up classroom accommodations. I do have some mean teachers in my high school still. I had this one teacher who made me stay because she said she doesn't believe that I have rights to leave early with a service animal. So she made me stay, and the bell rang, and she dismissed me, and we got trampled in the hallways. So that was just fun. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't really pay attention to people like that anymore. I just really don't care. If they want to be toxic, so be it. I reported her. She got told that she was in the wrong. She got embarrassed. And actually, on the last day of school, I tried telling one of my teachers, who I thought was a nice teacher. She's been toxic at sometimes, but not as commonly as you would think. So I was kind of like in a mixed relationship with her. I didn't really know how to feel for how I treat her, because she was kind of like mean, but on the other hand, she was nice sometimes, and she was really, she would listen to what I had to say and stuff. But on the last day of school, I said, "Hey, Miss F, have a nice day." And she started screaming at me to get out of her room, because apparently I wasn't allowed in her room because I didn't have her class anymore. So you're telling me you only treated me well because I had your class for a semester. Yeah, but I mainly just went in there to tell the assistance teacher to have a good last day because he's super nice, but that one girl, she's not really nice. So I said, "Okay, whatever, screw you then." And then she got super mad because I said that, and I walked out, and yeah, wasn't good. But I said, you really shouldn't treat people that way, especially when they're telling you to have a good last day of school and like enjoy your summer and stuff. Like, you should not be treating your students like that. Like, these teachers also favor other students. When I don't know, there's this, like, I had this one, almost all of our teachers are ableist. They really are. But, I had this one special ed teacher. She's special ed, but I didn't have her special ed class, if that makes any sense. I had her homework class, so she would help me with my homework and stuff. So I had her, and there was this other kid in the class who had, like, autism, I think. And he would, like, play with his pencil and fidget, and she would scream at him for fidgeting. And I was just kind of sitting there, like, he is trying to, like, keep himself busy. I don't know why you're literally, like, going after him for doing something that makes him feel comfortable. Like, I don't understand. But anyways, I know they kind of suck. Anyways, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go eat, but I just want to like tell that story. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys later.